All right, let me just say something before we get going, right? So, if you guys have been following me on Twitter or Twitch, you know about my public speaking class fiasco where everybody in there knows I do YouTube nowadays, right? And I've been on Twitter and I've seen my Twitch comments recently. There seems to be this huge misconception out there that I'm super funny, but I don't really think that I am in these videos. I feel like there's no way to be. And everyone's like, wow, you're so fun. I'm not just saying this to be like, wow, like get that idea in your head, like brainwash you guys, but like I get so many comments about it, and my entire public speaking class is thinking I'm so funny, and I'm like, where are you getting this idea from? I don't feel like I'm that funny in these videos either. Like, it's just, I don't know. Regardless of that, let's get back to the pain. We're talking about the New York Giants here. They've been an absolute disaster. And it honestly seems like the entire team is being slowly shaved away. Speaking of shaving, let's go ahead and talk about Manscaped for a moment. Let's take a moment to talk about some other high priority free agents in your pants. Of course, on this channel, we're usually talking about receivers catching balls and defensive ends getting sacks, but courtesy of Manscaped, I'm going to talk to you about some other balls and sacks. If you haven't heard yet, Manscaped is the ideal way to conquer the jungle down under with their clippers called the Lawnmower 2.0, designed by aerospace engineers for all you manscapers that can't wait to get started on your summer jobs. But what's a good craftsman without his tools? Can't forget about the plow for extra safety, the crop cleanser, the crop reviver, which is an all-natural spray-on body toner and refresher. This is perfect for on the go in your gym bag or tucked away in your nightstand. With the crop reviver, you won't get crackback blocked when you try to close the deal. And the crop preserver, 24-hour moisturizing deodorant for below-the-waist use that's residue-free. This set also includes grooming tools and, of course, the crop mop for janitorial use on your balls. Don't show up for the ladies looking like it's 1980. Use Manscaped and look great. Your dong will thank you. Use code BENGAL20 to get 20% off your Manscaped purchases. The link is in the description. Again, that is code BENGAL20 for a huge 20% discount. This really is an unreal deal. You feel me? Check out the link in the description. Yeah, and that's code BENGAL20 for essential items such as my favorite, the set of grooming tools, which is actually right here. Bunch of good items in there. Scissors, nail clippers, my favorite. But back to football, if you can even call it that. Because are the Giants even playing football anymore? It doesn't appear that they are. They're not even going to field a team. No, the team actually has gotten slightly better in free agency overall. Of course, it did lose their best player in Odell Beckham Jr. And some people, of course, will go, Saquon's their best player. You can't say that a rookie was better than a multiple-time Pro Bowler in Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best receivers in the league, easily. Even now that he's not in the Giants, that hasn't changed. He's a top 4, top 5 receiver in the NFL very, very easily. It's not overrated. That's exactly where he is. When you talk about the rest of the Giants, in the offseason, they brought in Golden Tate. Through free agency, they brought in Marcus Golden through a free agency. They brought in Antoine Bethea, another Cardinal, through free agency. They brought in Kevin Zeitler via trade. Anyone else notable? Jabril Peppers through trade. That's pretty much it for all the notable names. Now in the draft, I'm sure many of us know now. You see the title of the video. It's a Daniel Jones New York Giants rebuild. You've seen the channel, I would take it. I wasn't overjoyed with this selection. Also took Dexter Lawrence at 17. They traded back into the first for DeAndre Baker. They drafted O'Shane Ximines in the 3rd round. They later would draft Julian Love at the top of the 4th. They would draft Ryan Connolly in the 5th. They would draft Corey Ballantyne and Chris Slayton in the 7th. They also got a wide receiver out of Auburn in Darius Slayton. So I think that's their entire draft class. It was interesting to say the least. But no bones about it. The Giants still suck a lot. And we're going to try to rebuild them, turn them around with the updated rosters, with the rookies. This team sucks, but hopefully we can make them a perennial winner here in this Madden 19/20 rebuild. So it is technically like the 2018 season. We're going to act like it's 2019 because we have the rookies and things. So I downloaded a roster. So we have, a lot of rookies in here. Although I would say, I would have to imagine they forgot about some players. Daniel Jones is a 74 overall. They gave him quick development. I'm not going to mess with that. We're just going to keep that as it is. What else? Giants take anything on offense that I can remember? No. They actually, well, in the 7th round, they actually got a tackle who's not in here. His last name is Asafo Adji. We're not going to worry about him. Is Ryan Connolly in here? I don't see him. At cornerback, though, they do have DeAndre Baker. They do have Julian Love. They do not seem to have Corey Ballantyne or Sam Beal, might I add. So I might actually have to create those players in here. At cornerback, do we have any of those players? No. Sam Beal's a 70. Okay, so Sam Beal's in here. But, instead of Tony Lippett, I'll just make this Corey Ballantyne. Yeah, that'll be a pretty easy solution. And instead of Tay Davis, I'll just make this Ryan Connolly. I won't change much. They're honestly comparable players, I would say. What's the speed on him? Because Connolly's actually kind of fast. 80, that seems about good. So Tay Davis is now Ryan Connolly. You're going to have to bear with me on this. This is not going to be perfect, but the Giants organization certainly is far from perfect at the moment under the reign of the tyrannical Dave Gettleman. I've also gone through and given the rookies all their correct numbers because those were announced today, so I felt comfortable doing that. Also, I do want to change some positions around just a little bit because Dexter Lawrence is going to be the nose tackle. This is a 3-4. That's what needs to happen. So, I mean, it's just some of the positions are wrong based on the scheme. The Giants are in a 3-4. Marcus Golden is not going to play left end in the 3-4. So we're going to kick him outside to right outside linebacker. And I will say I've been trying to cut cursing back on this channel a little bit, but we're gonna have to suspend that for just a moment because this motherfucker is huge. Dexter Lawrence is 342 fucking pounds. Like, good God, that's enough for the. I got my swearing out for the video, but holy shucks, 342. Like, he is gigantic. Dalvin Tomlinson will be instead playing left end or right end. It doesn't really matter right now. BJ Hill will be at left or right end, so I'll probably just have Dalvin Tomlinson at left. So we'll have BJ Hill, 77 overall. Dalvin Tomlinson stays in the 80s at least. Doesn't really matter, but everyone is at their correct position. Had to kick O'Shane Ximenez out to outside linebacker. And there are way too many cornerbacks. Way too many. So I'm cool with having DeAndre Baker. I'm cool with Julian Love. Even Grant Haley, to an extent, is fine. Sam Beal, Corey Ballantyne, all that's cool. Janoris Jenkins is getting traded. He has no spot on the roster anymore. If I can move Antoine Bethea, I'm certainly going to. I don't want him at all. We're going to hold on to Jabril Peppers, but I won't even try, actually, to trade Antoine Bethea because there's just no way I'll be able to move him. There just really isn't a shot. Also, I will say that Jewel Davis just got cut an hour ago. So, bye-bye, Jewel Davis. The first thing I'm doing is making a trade, albeit I understand a slightly unrealistic one, but in this particular scenario, the Jets get a veteran quarterback to mentor the next Eli Manning in Sam Darnold, and they also get Janoris Jenkins, who is an upgrade over their putrid cornerback group at the moment. They are trading a second-round pick in turn, so we're getting rid of Janoris Jenkins. He's only going to decrease in overall. I don't know if Madden 20's regression system has been tuned at all, but it should have been if it had not been already. Certainly something I'm going to pass on to EA next time I go down there, but this is the trade. We're getting just better and younger. Daniel Jones will start over Eli Manning. It makes no sense to have Eli here anymore at all. So, Daniel Jones, it's your time now. I feel like I don't know. I feel like such a something. I can't say it, but I feel like it. So I can't tell you guys how much I would like to just cut Antoine Bethea and then just rock maybe, I don't know, Julian Love at free safety. Does he have the zone capability to be able to do so? Not no, but also not yes. I would love to try Corey Ballantyne out at free safety. I really would. In fact, I might do that. I feel like I've heard mumblings of him moving to free safety. I want to say I heard that on draft day. I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I'm a Giants fan too, right? But I'm going to get little annoying Giants fans that will cry at me if I cut 35-year-old Antoine Bethea. And you know what? Honestly, I don't care about them at all. I'm just going to cut him. Cap penalty, whatever. You know what was a cap penalty? Trading Odell Beckham Jr. in the first year of a 5-year deal. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark. Catch up with you guys there. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I forget where to upgrade my coach. I found it. I was looking for it in settings. Like, what a fool. So Aldrick Rosas will be a free agent at the end of the year, as will Grant Haley. People are also going to be mad at me. I have certain opinions about players in the Giants, from watching them. I don't know where people get this misconception that Grant Haley is so good, because that guy is never making plays. To be fair, it's not like it is with an Eli Apple where I'm noticing him every play. I feel like Grant Haley was purely in a slot role last year, but he's not a guy I really noticed at all. I need to see some advanced metrics on his play, and then I'm going to make a decision. All right, so Grant Haley wasn't bad last year, as I expected. He didn't really do anything. He, of course, as I said, played most of his snaps in the slot. 380 of his 461 total snaps were in the slot, and like some of those don't even account for all of his defensive snaps. So like 31 punt return, 1 kick coverage. So a vast majority of his play was at slot cornerback, and he wasn't bad. I'm going to give Grant Haley another shot. 2-year. Let's give him a 3-year deal. I think he went undrafted out of Penn State. Doesn't look anything like Grant Haley, but he is back. And Aldrick Rosas, of course, was the team MVP of last year. He was the best player on the team, outside of Saquon Barkley. But he's one of the best kickers in the NFL. So I definitely am going to give him a long-term deal. 6 years for Aldrick Rosas, the kicker out of... he went to a weird school, right? Southern Oregon. Yeah. I guess that's in Southern Oregon, probably. I don't know where that is on a map. Well, I bet I could be pretty close. That doesn't matter, though. Daniel Jones is killing it. He's got 1 skill point over half the year. Pretty sweet. Let's just go strong arm, because he doesn't really have one of those. Also, I'm going to change his picture, because, who is that? Doesn't look anything like Daniel Jones. We're going to try to get a little bit closer, at least. There we go. That's closer, right? How does that look? That look more like him in-game? I guess. So we did not make the playoffs. We were 5-3 at one point. We finished 8-8. Madden Sim continues to amaze me. But I guess maybe this is an 8-8 team. I would be shocked. Let's see. I mean, we started out pretty well. Had a big win streak in there where we won, 5 straight? Pretty good. And then lost 4 straight to end the year. Pretty good season. A bit strange for sure, but this is a Giants team that I don't expect to be that good. 8-8 is respectable, I guess. Let's go ahead and check out the yearly awards, see who did what. I'm praying for a Rookie of the Year. Drew Brees, of course, wins MVP with the Saints. Went 6-10. Why would the Saints not go 6-10 and still get the MVP? That makes sense. Daniel Jones is in top 10 in MVP. Okay. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Drew Brees, because, of course, 6-10 Saints. He's the quarterback. Probably should win the award. Daniel Jones is in the top 5 at number 5. Saquon Barkley at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year is Anthony Barr. No Giants. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Daniel Jones. Of course, Saquon is a rookie in this, and so is Kyler Murray, and so is Kerryon Johnson, because it's 2018 and 2019 combined. So it is, I guess, tougher to win Rookie of the Year, but Daniel Jones does do it. So that's a fantastic start. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Devin White. Julian Love coming in at number 2. Jamel Dean in there. We're going to need to take a look and see how this happened. Well, that'll happen when Daniel Jones leads the league in passing yards with over 5,000. 33 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 69 pass completion percentage. Nice. Interesting season. Rushing, Saquon, monster year. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Wayne Gallman, not bad as well. Sterling Shepard with over 1,300 yards on 97 catches, 6 touchdowns. Golden Tate over 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns on 85 catches. Evan Ingram was awesome as well. Russell Shepard was awesome as well. Maybe this is the glitch, the Giants' offensive scheme. Alec Ogletree, a few tackles. Julian Love had a bunch of tackles. Tackles for loss, 9 from Alec Ogletree. Quarterback sacks, 7 from Marcus Golden. O'Shane Zimenez is a rookie at 5.5. Not much from anybody else. Interceptions, 2 for Corey Ballantyne, Jabril Peppers, and DeAndre Baker had 2 as well. Forced fumbles, only 3 for the entire team. At least 1 defensive touchdown that I can see, and it goes to Jabril Peppers. You know, I'll take that. Second in the league in offense. A little bit strange. 5th in defense. What? How are we top 5 in the NFL in total stats? So, top 5 at number 5 in defense. Top 2 at number 2 in offense. And we go 8-8. Finish dead last in the NFC East. What? Alright, so Super Bowl week just passed. I think that means that regression has started to go out. Am I correct in that? It has. So, Golden Tate has gotten a lot worse, which sucks. But with the way regression works, even though Golden Tate is still productive in the NFL, and he has superstar development, I didn't even notice that. Did he get that? He did. From wide receiver of the year, making a Pro Bowl. All right, sick for Golden Tate. Too bad it doesn't matter because he's 31 years old. He's going to be 32, and he's never going to be above an 86 overall again. Well, I could upgrade the player, but as the Rams win the Super Bowl, by the way. Julian Love has 5 experience points. We're just going to let the CPU handle that. Doesn't really matter all that much. At the end of the day, they're probably going to do similar things to what I might have done. Daniel Jones hopefully got some sort of development. He's up to star now, so him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year did give him star development. I don't see anything in here about a Pro Bowl appearance, but I'd be shocked if he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Again, doesn't really matter. We need to improve at right tackle and left tackle. Nate Solder has regressed a lot. He's down to a 74 overall. He looks a lot worse. John Jalapeno is still not very good. Defensively, when you talk about it, it's a bad team. We need to improve everywhere across the linebacking core. And then we still could get better in the secondary as well. I would have no issue with moving Corey Ballantyne back to safety or back to corner if we could get a different safety. So that also might be a focus of mine. Corey Coleman is a free agent. I have no plans to bring him back. Receivers also a position I could look to target in the draft. John Jalapeno, kind of the same deal. I just don't really need him or want him. So we're going to try to get better in free agency and the draft. We have probably a top 15 pick. I don't know how specific I can get with that. We did finish last, but we still had 8 wins. I'm not really sure. We'll see who's available in free agency. We'll see what we can do here. So I guess the Texans cut Max Sharping because here he is in free agency. I'm not going to target him because I know he wouldn't be available in real life. So right guard, Jack Mewhort could be someone I look to bring in. Maybe slide him over to center. Not many good centers available. John Sullivan retired. Ryan Schrader is not somebody I'm interested in. Mewhort's a good player. I'm probably just going to let him go, though. No real interest there. So with that, I guess we'll go straight to the draft. Might look to trade up depending on who's available. Grant Delpit's a player I'm looking to get. Maybe Jerry Jeudy. You know, maybe Laviska Shenault. Laviska Shenault, I think, would work really, really well with this current offense. We'll have to see what pick we have and where we are in the draft. Who's available. We pick at number 14. Let's go ahead and see the draft board. Top 5. We have Tua Tagovailoa, Trey Smith, Derek Brown, Jerry Jeudy, and Jake Fromm. Raekwon Davis is in there as well. Laviska Shenault's in there at the top 10. Grant Delpit's at number 13. We pick at number 14. Tariq Black is in there. Let's see who went number 1 overall. Tua Tagovailoa to the Denver Broncos. Do I want to trade up for anybody? Let's see how the first 5 goes. Walker Little out of Stanford to the Bucks. AJ Epineza goes to the Dolphins out of Iowa. Trey Smith goes to the Jets. They get their next DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Jerry Jeudy to go pair with Antonio Brown in, I guess, Las Vegas now. Arizona, it wouldn't be. It would be, would it be? Would this be their first year in Vegas, 2020? I'm not sure. The Cardinals go ahead and take Andrew Thomas. The Bengals take Derek Brown. Let's go ahead and pause the draft for just a moment. Would the Packers take a safety? I don't think so. With the Lions, I also don't think. Well, I don't think they do in real life. Laviska Shenault goes. I'm thinking Grant Delpit. The Lions shouldn't because of Quandre Diggs, but they still might. They take Raekwon Davis. I don't think I'm going to risk it any longer. I'm going to jump the Seahawks. I'm going to trade up with the Kansas City Chiefs. I want Grant Delpit. So the only way I could make this happen was by parting with a second-round pick. Now, I didn't want to do that, but I'm not going to take a chance with the Chiefs potentially being a safety-needy team. And I know they drafted Juan Thornhill, but the game isn't going to realize that. I mean, the Broncos took Tua, for God's sakes, but I'm not going to risk the Chiefs or the Seahawks. We're going to move up to number 10. We're going to take Grant Delpit right now. I am not going to risk any type of a change. It's only 4 spots. I get that, but I'm not going to let Grant Delpit go. Being the top safety on the board, being an absolute stud, the beast out of LSU, the bottomless pit, Grant Delpit is a New York Giant. 78 overall star development. I like to see that. 89 speed, 83 zone coverage, 80 hit power. The complete package at the safety position. Grant Delpit, of course, will be playing free safety, although I could move Jabril Peppers to that role if I wanted to, but I am going to play Grant Delpit at that role, and we're going to simulate to the second round and see what's available. Center, left tackle, right tackle, still positions I'm looking to improve. Top QBs are still available. J.K. Dobbins is here. Najee Harris is here. Khaleke Hudson's here. I'm really looking for an offensive line, though. See Jacob Eason as well. Kendrick Rogers, wow. Kendrick Rogers could be the move. Also, guys like CD Lamb could be available in this draft. I love CD Lamb. I haven't really scouted anybody at all. Is anyone good on the offensive line here? Not really. We could take Navon Donaldson out of Miami. Second round pick and a scheme fit. Let's go with him. Navon Donaldson out of Miami. 74 overall, quick development. Of course, some people are like, oh, you just cheat and you change the overalls. Number 1 in the draft is clearly a graphical glitch. He's not a 74 overall at number 1 in the draft. I know I hate to pander to idiots who don't get things and I have to explain it. I really do. I hate that. I hate that so much, but that's what that is. It hopefully stops people from commenting that at least a little bit. I know people will meme do it now, but like, who cares about them, you know? Sam Ehlinger. Hook 'em horns. To the 49ers. Travis Etienne is available. Bunch of really talented running backs. DeAndre Swift is here. Like him a lot. Is CD Lamb here? Felipe Franks is. Looks like no CD. I love CD Lamb. Oh, CD's available. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take CD Lamb because I got a little crush on him. Welcome, CD Lamb to the New York Giants. 73 overall, quick development. Could be better, could be worse. We worked with this class before. It's just obviously been like 5 months since I've actually it was I think I did a Giants draft maybe 2 months ago. But or a Giants rebuild. But here we are again. Josh Brown goes. Could take Bryce Hall. I just don't really want another corner. Gigi Robinson looks pretty good out of Louisville. Not bad. We're going to go with a linebacker, though. Joe Bachi out of Michigan State. Not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not familiar with him, if I'm being honest. But that's who we're going to take here. 70 overall. With the way this draft class is set up, there's nobody worth taking in it. I'm just going to be honest. They're all going to be super low overall. So we're going to simulate the draft. Head on to season number 2. And try to make the playoffs. We've gotten better. Grant Delpit is a huge ad. That's pretty much it. Benny Fowler and Russell Shepard are not going to play very much this year. I want CD Lamb to get all those experience points. Benny Fowler is just not good. Sorry, I'm being mean, but at Freeze cap room as well. Benny Fowler's getting cut. Russell Shepard is a special teamer. Former dual threat quarterback recruit to LSU. Super talented player coming out of high school. He was a 5-star quarterback, I believe. And I don't think ever played quarterback at LSU, if I recall. Shepard, though. What happens if I cut him? Freeze more cap. So I'll do that. Now we have CD Lamb and we have N. Brown. Noah Brown out of Ohio State. Oh, I remember this guy. I had no idea that the Giants picked him up. He won't be impactful for the Giants this year, but I didn't realize. Navon Donaldson starting at right tackle now. We didn't really get better on defense very much. Grant Delpit is a pretty big ad, I guess, but still, linebacker sucks. That's pretty much it. Linebacker's terrible. Defensive line isn't that good either. Are we set up? It should be 3-4, right? Believe it is. Yeah, we might want to transition to a 4-3. We have 3-4 personnel though, so that really wouldn't make all that much sense. Just like BJ Hill isn't that good in the game. Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Tomlinson can play the 2 interior defensive tackle roles. BJ Hill probably doesn't have an edge profile at all. I know in terms of weight he doesn't, but skill set, maybe we could pass him on the edge. I'm just not going to do that. We just need to get better pass rushing outside linebackers. I love O'Shane Ximines in real life, but he's a rotational edge rusher at the moment. Lorenzo Carter isn't developing at all. 2 middle linebackers suck in BJ Goodson and Alec Ogletree, at least in the game. BJ Goodson's okay, at least in real life. Ogletree's a disaster. We're going to simulate, though, to the next week. Also, if you're a Giants fan, I've talked about this a number of times. Do not tell me Alec Ogletree's good. It shows me you've never watched the game. I have. He's all over the field making tackles, getting interceptions. Yeah, you're not watching the right things then, clearly, because he doesn't tackle anybody. Oh, look, he has so many tackles though. Really, watch him miss all of them, or not shed blocks. Also, I'm gonna cut all of you. I only need to cut 4. I'm cutting all of them. This is the lineup for season number 2. It is looking pretty bad, but hopefully we can find at least some sort of success with it. We won't, though. So we are 5-2 after the bye week at the midseason mark. Currently, I guess, in second in the NFC East, but basically tied for first. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker is. Things are going pretty well, I guess. That's really all I had to say about that. Like, the team's not very good, but we are winning. So, do you prefer it to be like a usual rebuild where I make the team sick and we don't win anything? Or the team still sucks, but at least we've won games in the virtual simulation? I don't know. You'll have to let me know down in the comments section below. Sterling Shepard is a free agent. Riley Dixon will be. We're definitely going to bring back Sterling Shepard. He was re-signed in real life to a big deal. We'll give him a slightly bigger deal in terms of overall money, or at least in terms of years. I don't know what was it 4 years, 40 something? So this is like similar, 5 years, 50 something. So Sterling Shepard, as expected, re-signs, and it's a pretty big pickup, I guess. A lot of guessing in this video. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the playoffs. If I had to guess, I would say we're going to find a way to miss him. 5-2. It's a great start to the season, but I think we're going to miss the playoffs because that's just what happens to me. I don't make the playoffs. I guess the team is really bad, though, so we might. No, we managed to miss him and go 8-8. Am I Jeff Fisher? What's going on here, man? 5-2, and then missed the playoffs. Fantastic. I mean, this is more of an 8-8 team. We started off so well. Lost to the Cowboys, beat the Buccaneers, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Fantastic second part of the season. After the bye week, we won 3 games. Not ideal. Not ideal. So we've missed the playoffs again. Probably another top 15 draft pick secured. It'll be close. Matt Ryan has won the NFL MVP for the second time in his career. Daniel Jones, top 4 in the NFL in passing touchdowns, top 8, I think it said, in yards. Not positive. Not a bad year. 4,400 yards, 38 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Saquon was excellent. Again, this season was better than last year. His average yards per carry was almost 6. A truly unbelievable number. 12 touchdowns, 1,459 yards on the season. Receiving, Golden Tate, over 1,000 yards and 95 catches, 9 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb had an exceptional rookie year, 981 yards, 6 touchdowns. So that was an awesome draft pick in the 3rd round. Nate Solder was terrible. I need to improve the offensive line. Julian Love at cornerback led our team in tackles with 107. Also, 7 tackles for loss. But Dalvin Tomlinson had 22. Jeez. O'Shane Ximines led our team in sacks with 5.5. Not putting a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. 4 interceptions for Grant Haley was pretty solid. Forced fumbles, 2 for the entire team. We don't force any turnovers. 1 touchdown by Bachi. 4th in the NFL in offense. And we were 14th in defense. I mean, slightly worse. Matt Ryan wins MVP of the 15-1 Falcons. Daniel Jones at number 8, which seems very familiar. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Matt Ryan. Saquon this time at number 5. Daniel Jones at 6. Defensive Player of the Year is Reuben Foster. No Giants. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Laviska Shenault. CeeDee Lamb at number 2. No other Giants. A lot of Packers in there. Shenault, J.K. Dobbins, Lawrence Cager. Defensive Rookie of the Year is T.J. Carter. Grant Delpit at number 3. No other Giants. Huh. Julian Love has... How do you get 7 skill points? Where are you getting these from? His 2nd Pro Bowl, and he has superstar development now. Wow. I'll take that. He's only 22 years old. He'll be close to a 90 overall. If he doesn't, hit a 90 overall. With superstar development, Julian Love could be staring a 99 overall straight in the face. What overall is he up to now? A 90 on the nose. DeAndre Baker in there as well. Delpit's up to an 85. We have a lot of money to make some big moves in free agency depending on who's here. Derrick Henry does not help me. Shaq Thompson, we could move to the inside. I might do that. Show me any good offensive linemen. There aren't any. So we did not secure a top 15. We are at number 16. That's okay, though. Did not import a draft class for 2021. Don't think it matters all that much. We got 2020, which I think does matter a little bit. We got Sugar Rashad Evans here at number 1 out of Notre Dame. We do need offensive line. That's our biggest thing. Probably not going to go after Houston James. Left tackle, Carol Chick. Doesn't look all that good. Maybe not our franchise left tackle. At center, Curtis Bastinez out of Tennessee. Looks like maybe he's going to be somebody we target with our late first. What else could we go with? Any good linebackers here? No. Not at all. Wow. A lot of really bad options. Still need to improve across the, I guess the defensive line isn't that bad. I don't even know what we draft here, man. Who's ever available? It might have to be a center. I know that's a boring pick, but it might have to be. Here we are at number 16. Let's see here. Who's available? What positions do we need? I mean, linebackers so badly, but there's nothing here for that. Do I take Carol Chick? Had a decent combine. His top skills are just not all that good. Doesn't fit the scheme either, and that's super important in 19. I'm going to, Crandall Horn, by the way, is a funny name, that QB. I think I'm going to trade down. We're going to trade down, see if we can pick up some extra picks. Will we get any first-round offer? Probably not. There should be more. That's a 2021 first. That's just not anything I'm interested in. No one's offering a 2021. Or a 2020 first-round pick, I should say. It's just unrealistic. They're offering, like, really, really bad trades. They should be offering 2020 first-round picks if they want to move up. That should be an option. Or they should be offering 2020 second-round picks. But there shouldn't just be one of them. Why would I trade down from 16 overall to number 39 just because? Why would that be an option? This one is a slightly better, but we'd have to move down to 55. Not something I'd want to do. If I'm moving down at all, I'd want a top 40 pick in the draft, and I'm just not being offered that. So if I want anything to happen, it will have to be manual. I am going to pause the draft. Sure, people are screaming that. I didn't even realize the CPU signed DeAndre Francois. Pretty good backup. You know, somebody tried to frame him for domestic abuse, I think. I don't think he actually did it. There was like a video recording where they're like, yeah, this is DeAndre Francois. And then everybody fell for it, I think. Some weird stuff. Anyway, I'm going to try to make a trade with the Jaguars to pick up a second this year and a first next year. Kyle Lauletta might be a part of this trade. I also would be willing to part with a fourth this year. probably even a third, but they might accept this, and they do. A first-round pick, number 16 overall, Kyle Lauletta, a fourth this year for number 35 overall from Jacksonville, as well as a first-round pick next year. Hopefully the Jaguars suck, but that is the trade. We're going to go ahead and simulate to number 3 in the second round, and hopefully that center is still available. That would be my dream here, for that center to still be available and on the board, and he is not. That's annoying. Would love to be able to like rewind in the draft and see who went where. Also, I think it's funny that there's a player from Wisconsin named Madison. If you don't know why that's funny, you need to step up your geography game. What else is here? They're all running backs. I'm not going to take a quarterback. I'm not going to take a running back. I'm not going to take a running back. I'm not going to take a quarterback. Can we get more than a quarterback or a running back that's worth taking, please? No? Could I take a defensive tackle, maybe? I might go Cortland George here. How good is he? Not that good. He's 24 already. I don't like this. I'm gonna trade down. All right, I'm gonna make this trade with the Ravens for a 2021 second and a 2021 third. A lot of draft capital there for the pick here at the top of the second round. They get back-to-back picks now. Doesn't matter who they take. We have a pick here in the middle of the second. I'm not too eager to take this. The thing is, I just don't want anybody. There's nobody here that's really worth taking. I mean, I could take a linebacker, but he's probably not going to be all that good. We're going to go with him. Raymond Bradford out of Minnesota. He's a 76 overall with quick development. Pretty mediocre in general, but not that bad coming out of the draft. I can imagine a lot of worse second-round picks there. Will he start immediately? He's probably a decent enough overall, too, considering the rest that we have there at middle linebacker. So maybe there's a baller. If you guys don't know about a baller, these guys that skip the combine say, hey, Roger Goodell, I'm going to wipe my ass with your face. We'll go with the center. Frank Hayden out of Northern Illinois. Put up 22 bench press reps. He is bad. Sweet. I'm going to simulate to the end of the draft. I know some people are like, you got to take the late round picks. They're going to matter. They don't in Madden. So, don't blame me. I'm just not going to deal with it. I get late round picks all the time that are great. I'm sure you do. I don't fucking care. Jeez, I'm coming off with some attitude here, but the Giants just make me so frustrated. And, of course, I got to put that onto you guys to make me feel better. Gosh, this team is just so bad still. Bradford's going to start. Oh, that's so bad. The team is just not very good. I haven't signed one free agent. I don't know. This is the team for the third season we're going into now. We've put up, 16 combined wins in the past 2 seasons. Honestly, exceeding my own expectations in real life. However, I expect more of the team virtually at this point. Julian Love has developed unbelievably well. Not going to spend any of those XP points at the moment. I will simulate to the midseason mark. We'll make some more decisions there. In free agency this time, we should have a lot of money. We also might have a lot of players to re-sign, though. So I'm not sure how much money we're going to have. I plan on making some signings. We're 5-3, so we're going to miss the playoffs despite having a pretty decent lead over the next team in the division, which is, in this case, the Dallas Cowboys. And the Eagles are, well below 500. The Redskins are even further below 500. We just beat them by a lot here in Week 8. Jabril Peppers will be a free agent. Who else is here? Because he's a decently high overall at 94. Evan Ingram. Golden Tate, I have to let walk. He's... Okay, so... when they changed the roster, they didn't change his contract, it looks like, because he should not be due for a while. He's signed until he's 34, or at least 34, through age 34 season. Dalvin Tomlinson's here. I'm not really worried about anybody else after that. I'm sure there are big Wayne Gallman fans in the comment section. Sucks to suck, dude. Dalvin Tomlinson, Evan Ingram, Jabril Peppers, the only 3 I really intend on bringing back. Golden Tate is replaceable. I mean, he's only an 84 overall, but he's 32. He's down to star development. Can we replace him with somebody better in free agency? I mean, probably not, but that's a $7 million cap hit. I'm just not going to do that. Dalvin Tomlinson, Evan Ingram, and Jabril Peppers have all been re-signed. Again, not going after anybody who I said I'm not going after. So we need to have a big free agency. I don't know why I'm casting aside this year as like, oh, there's no way we're going to win. I mean, we aren't, and there's no way that we will win. We're going to find a way to blow it. I would almost guarantee. I don't know how yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen because it always does. We're leading the division. We're going to find a way to lose, every game of the second half of the season after the Week 10 bye. If we make the playoffs, I would be shocked. Crazier things have happened, I guess, so you never know. But here we are in the playoffs, and we are eliminated. We finished, surprise, surprise, 8-8, missing the playoffs. The team that won the NFC East, the Cowboys, they go 8-8. We lost to them in Week 17 by 4 points for the division. I told you, if ever there was a team that would find a way to do it, it would be this New York Giants sim team. 8-8, 3 years in a row. I am the new Jeff Fisher. Incredible scenes here from East Rutherford, New Jersey. MetLife Stadium, the home to losers. The Browns win the Super Bowl again over the Rams. It seems to be the matchup year after year after year now. Steven Glowinski's here. I guess he's our punter now. Golden Tate is only going down. I just don't care about him at all. I don't. Let's see the stats, I guess. I don't even care. Daniel Jones, blah, blah, blah. Top 10, everything except for passer rating. Defense was not good. Daniel Jones, pretty decent season. Saquon, shockingly, was incredible. Receiving Golden Tate. And you're going to be like, oh, Golden Tate led your team in yards and touchdowns. It's scheme fit. I could put a 50 overall at receiver one. He'd have the same stats. I kid you not. That's the way Madden Sim goes. DeAndre Baker led our team in tackles. Tackles for loss. 14 from O'Shea and Simmons. We had quadruple double-digit tackles for loss. I like that. Sacks. Marcus Golden got 8.5. Who cares? Interceptions, DeAndre Baker and Grant Haley both with 3. How can you, leading our team in sacks with 8.5 is so bad. The next guy in Lorenzo Carter didn't have over 5. Didn't even have 5. No defensive touchdowns. Not like that would have mattered anyway. Yearly awards. Am I yelling now? I feel like I'm loud. Todd Gurley wins MVP. Saquon at number 10. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Todd Gurley. Saquon at number 2. I don't know how that works. Hold on. Let's go back to MVP here for a moment. So we have NFC, AFC, 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 NFC, 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 AFC, NFC. Then we go to Offensive Player of the Year, and then it jumps from straight from Todd Gurley to a Giants player, even though Saquon finishes at 10. And then several players from the NFC were above him, but now are behind him. Weird. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. No Giants. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Tanner Fisher. Maybe the whitest name I've ever seen. Griffin Halterman has given him a good run for his money. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jamarcus Frederick. Maybe a slightly different category there. We got Raymond Bradford at number 2. No Giants players. Again, not exactly shocking. We didn't have a stellar draft. But we do need to have a very, very big free agency. It's time to finally spend a lot of money. We haven't done it, but we've been 8-8. 3 years in a row. It's time to change our ways. It's time to spend money. It's time to bring in some studs, and Kenny Golladay is going to be the first stud that we go after. Young-ish receiver from the Detroit Lions, now available in free agency. How would you like a gigantic contract to come to New York, New Jersey, I should say, and become a New York Giant? The Bengals, really. Max Sharping is also still here. I guess he keeps getting signed and cut. We're not signed at all. But, I'll go after him. I think we're going to get every single player I'm going after. And it is quite a few. I guess we're making up for the past years where we haven't at all. I really hope nobody rejects me. Sharping accepts Frank Clark, Hassan Reddick. Kenny Golladay really declines? That puts quite a damper on free agency. Are there even going to be any good receivers here still available? Christian McCaffrey could play some wideout. Golden Tate. Oh, no. You know what? Oh, people are going to be like, what are you doing? Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is going to play some wide receiver. I'm going to sign him to a gigantic deal. We have still a lot of money. Not to 1 year. Let's do 6. Huge deal. Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to play you at wide receiver. Please accept. Christian McCaffrey accepts. He's no Saquon Barkley, but he is the newest slot receiver stud of the New York Giants. What is his overall receiver? Has the gamble paid off? That's a good question. The answer. Ooh. He's an 80. Draft time. We pick at number 18. We've been 8-8, just bouncing around everywhere. Sir Darius Stevens out of Idaho goes to the Colts. That does seem like a Colts pick. Sir Darius Stevens. Here's Margarito Bolden. Dre Pearson. He's a W shy of Drew, because Drew Pearson is an L, as the kids are saying these days. Do I take him? I mean, we could use a receiver. Let's do it. Dre Pearson out of Stanford. Looks pretty sick. 79 overall, quick development. Oh, he's 5. You know, I'm just doing the Dave Gettleman receiver method. Only slot guys. Golden Tate, sure, yeah. Sterling Shepard, absolutely. Just bring in every slot receiver on the planet. Dre Pearson, as to that, we got Christian McCaffrey working in the slot. Sterling Shepard still in the slot. We'll work CeeDee Lamb from the slot. We also have another first-round pick. There goes Rashard Johnson out of Montana. Terrible pick by the Cardinals. He's bad. Roy Robertson. Speed rusher out of Idaho. What's up with Idaho producing talent? I'm going to go with it, though. He's a 75. Fuck Idaho. Fun fact about Idaho. This actually is not that fun. Apparently, there's a large population of Ku Klux Klan members in Idaho. Shocking. You'd maybe think that, you know, they're holding out in Alabama. Like the Japanese on those islands in the Pacific. Still holding out from World War II, or at least they were. But no, Idaho apparently is super racist. Blake Talley could be a good replacement for Nate Solder. He is a 75, so not really. Stellar draft so far for the boys. All right, we're going with another guy. Tylen Campbell. How good are you? Not that good. 75 overall. I mean, it could be worse in theory. But these are players that just really are not going to see the field, even though the team isn't good. They're just uniquely bad, I think. Let's go Michael Clayton. He's not a slot receiver, but he is slow. So we've got something there. 74 overall, quick development. Dude, oh man, I've lost the touch. No longer the best drafter. I'm not sure who else it would be, but I don't think it's me anymore. These are bad picks. Granted, I haven't done any scouting, and I'm just kind of scrolling through whoever looks okay. Let's go with another tackle, Jerron Clement. Maybe he can slide inside. Or start at left tackle. 74 quick. He's basically the left tackle we drafted earlier. Not that good. That's the end of the draft. I'm going to simulate it again because there's nobody good. I looked through the entire rest of the thing. They all kind of suck for everyone that I had scouted. So I'm not going to waste your time or mine. We're going to simulate and head into what might be the final season with a very okay team. We've got good depth across the offensive line. We've got a decent group of receivers. Yeah, honestly, do I move Christian McCaffrey back to running back? He'd be at least a decent backup, very decent backup. Or I could trade him. That might be the move. Feels like it's been a while since something like this has happened, but I am making a trade for the Sack Attack, formerly of the Silver and Black, and I guess now formerly of the Navy, Blue, and Orange. There's no ring to that. Now he's coming into the MetLife Stadium, formerly of the Meadowlands. Christian McCaffrey, a first-round pick, and BJ Hill. We have Frank Clark now, so really no need for him. For Khalil Mack, he's going to be an immediate improvement at left outside linebacker. Hopefully will offer some sort of pass rush at outside linebacker that we really haven't seen. Hassan Reddick, of course, is going to move over to right outside linebacker. Would love to see some production from him. This is the best team, obviously goes without saying, this is the best team that we've had for the duration of the video. I would love to see it end in success. 87 offense, 89 defense, 85 overall. Frank Clark, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jesus. Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson. Cornerback, we got Julian Love, DeAndre Baker, Grant Haley, Sam Beal. Safety, Grant Delpit, Jabril Peppers. Linebacking core, Khalil Mack, Raymond Bradford, Alec Ogletree, Hassan Reddick. The offense is not terrible. Zeitler is down to an 80 overall. Bad for Kevin. Receiving core is not amazing, but it's not terrible. I had a hiccup, by the way. That's what that was, in case you were curious. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the regular season. I can only expect failure. You never know, though, I guess. We are 7-0. I stopped the simulation here to check out how we were doing at the midseason mark. We are 7-0. How are we going to manage to screw this up? I'll show you. I didn't force anything. Per usual. I feel like I always have to, though, because people are like, force win. No, we are. And we've done it in pretty dominant fashion, too. Close game against the Chargers. Everything else has been by 10 points or more. Except for that one. Broncos was only by a touchdown. But, wow. We are 7-0. How will we manage to screw this one up? This is the final season, so I'm really hoping for some success. Playoff time. Have we finally made it? We have. Yes. We went 16-0. Oh, my goodness. Is this the first undefeated season I've had in Madden 19? It might be. I've had many in the past. 18, 17. We lost every game in the preseason. I think that's what the Patriots did when they went, whatever they did in 2007, where they went, undefeated until the Super Bowl, 18-1. One giant loss. But we, without a force win, have gone completely undefeated in the regular season. I'm as shocked as anyone. 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 16-0. Wow. Pretty good. Also, I want to see the season stats. Saquon wins MVP, as you can see. This has been an unexpected turn. Second in total offense. Daniel Jones was okay, but nothing crazy. Defensively, they're not even showing me rankings. We're going to have to use our imagination. That's somewhere in the top 32 in the NFL. Saquon was exceptional. Receiving, Sterling Shepard was pretty good. Dre Pearson was awesome as a rookie. That might be Offensive Rookie of the Year. Blocking. Sacks allowed, not too bad. Defensively, Raymond Bradford was all right. Maybe all we needed was Khalil Mack to finally go 16-0 this year. As far as quarterback sacks goes, we actually finally get some pressure. Not courtesy of Khalil Mack. He only had 7, but 13 for Frank Clark, 8.5 for O'Shane Ximines, 7 for Dexter Lawrence, 7 for Dalvin Tomlinson, 7 for Khalil Mack, finally putting pressure on the QB. DeAndre Baker had 3 interceptions, forced fumbles. We have 2 from Jabril Peppers, 1 from Julian Love. At least a defensive touchdown for Jabril Peppers, or Julian Love, I should say. And that is it. Yearly awards. I saw Saquon won MVP. There it is. The Browns also went 16-0. Obviously, that is the first time in NFL history that there have been 2 teams in the NFL that have gone 16-0. Oh my goodness, this is shaping up for a very interesting postseason. I won Coach of the Year. Sucks to suck Hugh Jackson, who is actually Freddie Kitchens in real life now. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Saquon. Daniel Jones at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Wagner. Hassan Reddick at 2. Raymond Bradford 6. Frank Clark 7. Jabril Peppers 8. A lot of Cardinals in there as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Dre Pearson. Wade Kanida at I don't know who is Dominic Gross. Who are you? How are you winning here? Michael, or do you getting even votes? Michael Clayton at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jason Gibson. We had nobody. I'm not even sure I drafted a defensive player. I certainly can tell you they didn't start, but wow, a 16-0, completely undefeated season in the regular season, so I guess not completely at this point. That remains to be seen. We do have a first-round bye. In before first rounded. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. That should put us near a 90 overall, I would have to guess. Maybe an 88. 89. So 91 offense, 93 defense. Let's go ahead and see who our divisional matchup will be. The New Orleans Saints. Of course, it will take place at MetLife. They're 9-7. That's a huge disparity here. I wonder if that's the biggest disparity in wins in a divisional or any playoff matchup. Well, divisional, because I think the Giants had 9 wins. I think the Giants were 9-7. They might have been 10-6 though when they faced the Patriots. The Saints are better overall, by the way. That's fun. Saints out to an early lead, but the New York Football Giants answer quickly. It is 7-7. Saints are knocking on the door again, and they open it 14-7. But the Giants drive right back down the field and tie things up at 14. Saints again are unstoppable as they go up 21-14. Giants will settle for a field goal, though. 21-17. Gotta score. Gotta score. Big field goal. That one is good. We are down by 1. They're going for it on 4th down. We're going to go ahead and enter the game here. 4th and 1. They say they're not going for it. They're kicking the field goal. Why am I here? You want me to try and block it? I don't want to jump off sides here. And the kick is no good. Mason Crosby has missed it. And we're going to have a shot. Red zone alert. Let's go ahead and take over. People get real mad when I don't play sometimes. So I'll get you at least a little bit of gameplay, even though that's not what the video's focus is. The video's focus is on building the team. And rebuilding it. It's not about how good I am at the game, which, spoiler alert, not very. We're going to go over the middle there. That is Dre Pearson, the rookie. Wearing number 15, getting a first down for us. I don't know how we want to manage the clock in this situation. I think I'm going to turn on shoe clock. And we're definitely going to go for 2 if we score to make it a 7-point game. Let's just go ahead and hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley and try to keep it. I mean, gee, we're in such a tough spot where I don't know if I want to score too quickly. But if I play around, there's a chance I don't get in the end zone at all. So we are in a bit of a tough spot. It's 2nd and goal. I guess I wouldn't mind scoring here. I'm probably going to try to. Let's go ahead and hand the ball off to Saquon. Decent blocks. I shouldn't have scored. I shouldn't have. That's a lot of time for the Saints. That's a lot of time. 2-point conversion successful. Let's go ahead and skip that. How did they score? What? They got a gigantic gain. I don't want to call it a giant game because that's that feels like a low-hanging fruit for a joke there. We're gonna use our Alec Ogletree. They're going end zone. It's intercepted by Jabril Peppers. That should do it. Flashback to Michigan, the big playmaker making big plays. This one is a game-ending pick 6 to keep the undefeated season alive. 34-21 should be your final. The New York Giants have advanced to the conference championship for the first time since 2011. We're not going to stop now. I want the Super Bowl. I want to end this video on a complete undefeated season high note. We can do it. I should have used my Coach XP, but I was forgetful. Doesn't really matter. Okay, man. Hey, time to clutch up. Time to win the game. Who do we face in the conference championship? Who do we face? It's the Arizona Cardinals, 13-3. Big question for me is, are the Browns still in it? The Browns and the Chiefs are the matchup. I just saw it in the news section. Browns-Chiefs. Can the Chiefs knock off the undefeated Browns? Can the undefeated Giants keep rolling and beat the 13-3 Arizona Cardinals at home? They're only an 85 overall. It's doable. Not impossible for the Cardinals to win, obviously. But we cannot grow complacent now. It is time to strike. Absolute barn burner thus far. 6-3, 13-3 Cardinals in a snowy game at MetLife Stadium. But these Giants are not going down without a fight. It is 13-13 now going into the second half. No one is really making a claim one way or the other. Hopefully the Giants can tie it up 20-20. Defense needs help. Jesus, I should have helped him out. We're going to take over. Down by 7. Let's hopefully get in the end zone, tie things up. 4 turnovers for the Giants so far. Not ideal. Also, I haven't played Madden in an actual game in probably like 5 months, so I'm going to be a little rusty. I'm just kind of watching. I just barely threw it away. This is a yikes for me. I'm not going to be able to do this. They're going for the ball too. Strip ball on aggressive. Can you relax? Somebody's got to be open. Slant open. Pearson, first down. Move the chains. Game is essentially on the line. We need to convert. I'm going to run the ball again. I have Saquon Barkley. I have to be able to convert in these situations. Here we go. Up the middle. Saquon Barkley. First down and more. Down at the 25. We're going to run. Daniel Jones. The new Blake Bortles. Diving. There's a flag. It's going to be holding. This one's coming back. I tried to slide, by the way. That hold is really, really tough. Will Hernandez. It's at a 1st and goal on the 1. It is 1st and 20 on the 22. 28 seconds to go. Kaneda is our backup running back. These are the type of situations where you wish you had Christian McCaffrey. That one's almost intercepted. This is touchdown or nothing here. I got a streak out of Ingram. I got to block Gross. The blitz is coming in off that left side. I need Saquon Barkley to be a receiver just because he's something else to deal with for the defense. I'm going to isolate Evan Ingram. That's my target here. I also am going to isolate CeeDee Lamb. One of those guys is getting the ball. I'm going to throw Evan Ingram. It's intercepted by DJ Swearinger. He's down at the 1, though. We still have a chance. That's a bad thing that happened. He jumped that route very well. I wish I could get a replay on that. Because, wow, I mean, I waited long on that one. I waited for him to get open. Clearly, he's open here. But I'm like, we need the first down. I got to wait for that to develop just a little bit more. I see he's wide open. I chose to throw it here. This is clearly too late. I guess I should have thrown it here. And then I just need Evan Ingram to come back for the ball there. That's tough. He just continues to dip, and DJ Swearinger just jumps right in front of it. That's a tough one. There it is. Football is a game of inches, and Swearinger got his hands in there. However, the game, remarkably, is not over. We need to go goal line. We need to get a safety. Or a fumble to a touchdown. That's our one shot. We have to go run commit. We have to try and do something. Bradford, hit stick. That's a safety. It's not a safety. Also, it didn't give me a hit stick animation. I need a fumble. That's really the one thing we have going for us is a fumble. A fumble gives us a chance. I mean, it's going to be a safety. We're down by 5. It's still a touchdown. A safety punt at least gives us a chance. The clock's ticking, though. Clock really moves on a safety punt. That's the game. We're going to lose here to the Arizona Cardinals. I guess that one's on me. That's a tough spot, though. We couldn't end up doing it, but we did make the conference championship. It's a pretty good team now. We went 16-0, and of course, I found a way to screw it up. We would not make the Super Bowl. Of course, did not give us a chance to win the Super Bowl, and I'm sure it's going to be Browns-Cardinals. Unless both undefeated teams lost in the conference championship. It did not happen, though. The Browns won, and in Super Bowl 56, the Browns have beat the Arizona Cardinals by 1 point. 36-35. But that is going to be the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're excited for more of these, maybe. Might be doing them. Let me know what team to do next down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.